Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. Hello, my dear students, for the first prep. The first term, lesson 1, the set of rational numbers. Before talking about the set of rational numbers, we must remember that the set of natural numbers, it consists of 0, 1, 2, 3, and so on. We must know that the set of natural number is infinite set, consists of infinite number of elements, and have no limit. After that, we remember the set of integer numbers, and this consists of more numbers: 0, 1, 2, 3, and so on. And in the other direction, or the opposite direction, I have sum of elements: negative 1, negative 2, and so on. Here I will remember the relation between the natural numbers and the integer numbers. The natural number consists of 0 and the positive integers. So I can find all of elements or all of numbers of the natural numbers included in the set of integer numbers. So the relation between them, the natural number subset of the integer numbers, and I can represent it by Venn diagram by using this. Here I have natural numbers, and here I have the integer numbers. N has 0 and positive integers, and this area the negative numbers. As we said before, the set of integer numbers has 0, 1, 2, 3, and in the opposite direction I have negative 1, negative 2, negative 3. But when I want to solve sum of equations as this equation, 2x plus 1 equals 8, notice that 2x plus 1 equals 8. I will take 1 to the opposite direction by negative 1 is equal 8 minus 1. So 2x is equals 7. To get the value of x, x is equal dividing by 2, dividing by 2. So x is equal 7 over 2. 7 over 2 doesn't belong to the natural numbers. And 7 over 2 doesn't belong to the set of integer numbers. So I have to get x is equal 7 over 2 doesn't belong to the set of integer numbers. So I must have a new set included this numbers. 7 over 2 in the form of a over b. This is a rational number. This new number is called the rational number. So the rational number is any number that can be expressed in the form of a over b, but b must be doesn't equal 0. So I have a new set. This set is the set of rational numbers and denoted by the symbol q. If I write q in the form of description method, I will find x such that x equal a over b and b doesn't equal 0. As this example, 3 over 2. Right. If I have 6 over 2 is equal 3. Why? Because 2 times 3 is equal 6. If I have 4 over 0. Why b doesn't equal 0? Because I haven't find any number multiplying by 0 is equal 4. 0 times any number doesn't equal 4. So b must be not equal 0 ever. Here I will study the relation between the rational numbers and the integer numbers. Right. We said before that the natural numbers subset of the integer numbers. طيب, if I study the integer numbers, I will find negative 3 is integer number belong to Z. I can write it in another form. Negative 3 is equal negative 3 over 1. So I can write it in the form of A over B, and B doesn't equal 0. So negative 3 belong to the rational numbers. Another one. 2 is equal to over 1 in the form of A over B. So belong to the integer numbers and belong to the rational numbers. So I can say that all of elements of the integer numbers belong to the rational numbers. So I can say that integer numbers subset of rational numbers. And we said before that the natural numbers subset of the integer numbers, so I can say natural numbers subset of integer numbers and integer numbers subset of rational numbers. So the natural numbers subset of rational numbers. Here I have different forms of the rational numbers as the common fractions 2 over 7 in the form of A over B and B doesn't equal 0. 5 over 3, the common fraction in the form of A over B and B doesn't equal 0. So I can say that 2 over 7 and 5 over 3 is irrational numbers. Terminating decimals as 1.4. I can write them in the form of A over B and B doesn't equal 0. So 1.4 is equal 14 over 10. In the simplest form is equal 7 over 5. In the form of A over B and B doesn't equal 0. So I can say that is a rational number. 2.5. By the same way, 25 over 10 divided by 5 is equal 5 over 2. By the same way is a rational number. Percentage 30%. 30% is equal. I know that the percentage is a ratio with denominator 100. So 30 out with second term is 100. 30 over 1. 100 in the simplest form is equal 3 over 10. In the form of A over B and 10 doesn't equal 0, so this is a rational number. 75% by the same way, ratio, the second term is 100, is equal divided by 5, 15 over 20, another simplifying, divided by 5 is equal 3 over 4. And I know that 75% equals 3/4. Requiring decimals, 1 over 3. If I want to convert it to the form of decimal by using the calculator, is equal 0.333, infinite number of digits 3 repeating. So I can write it by using a new way, 0.3, and I will put a dot above the number that repeated. Another rational number, 2 over 11. I want to get in the formal decimal. 2 over 11 is equal 0.18. Infinite repeating. I can write it 0.8. 18, so I will put dot on the repeating digit and in the other repeating digit. Okay, as we said, 1/3 repeating, infinite repeating of digits, so I will put only 1, 3, and put a dot above the digit. Here I have two repeating numbers, 1.18, 18, so I will put 1 and the dot, and 18 put the dot according to the repeating digit. Okay, we finish our lesson today.